Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Jeff Bruner. If you don't know me, I'm with WiLS, and I'm joined today by Trinity Harrington from EBSCO, and she is going to be, she's a trainer with EBSCO, I believe, mainly on the medical products, and she is going to be giving us a demonstration of their DynaMed system. And that's all I wanted to say. I want to give Trinity as much time as she needs. So Trinity, over to you.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate it. Hello to everybody on this. Again, my name's Trinity, and I am the sales training manager for our medical and corporate markets here at EBSCO. And prior to that, I was a senior account executive in our medical market for 6 years. I want to thank you all for being here, for your time being with us, and allowing us the opportunity to present DynaMed. Jay, Dan, and I really appreciate it. My goal today is to introduce our clinical decision support resource to those of you that may be unfamiliar with it. And for those that are familiar with it and maybe haven't seen it in a while, share with you some of the many enhancements that have been made throughout the years, as well as walk you through a live demo. We know you have options when it comes to resources, and my hope today is that after seeing DynaMed, it's an option that you'd want to consider for your clinicians in training. So with that, I'm gonna turn my camera off. I'm gonna go into a brief presentation, a live demo, and I'm happy to answer questions for you after. So let me see here. Bear with me just a moment. Okay. Okay. So today, again, we're here to talk about DynaMed and a little background on DynaMed. DynaMed was adopted back in 2005. And since then, we've had various iterations of the product representing major enhancements in content and functionality. DynaMed was recently ranked #1 for clinical decision support tools by an independent company called KLAS. And for those that might be unfamiliar with KLAS, they've been providing accurate, honest, and impartial insights for the healthcare IT industry since 1996. And they become the industry standard when it comes to the evaluation of point of care resources. This visual just shows how KLAS ranks and scores resources. And as you can see, DynaMed, we've got A's across the board. And I think it's important to look at our value score as well when it compares to our competitors. Here are some of the DynaMed features that are included in this resource. So we have daily updates, meaning that our nurse practitioners, our physician assistants, and clinicians in training, they can be confident that they have the most reliable, evidence-based resource on the market and decrease that time spent looking for answers to clinical questions. It's actually been a running joke throughout the years that we're more up to date than up to date. We include summary level micromedics drug content. This is important because it really allows our clinicians in training to obtain concise drug information right within a topic. Overviews and recommendations. This is really the heart of the resource, and when we go into the live demo, you'll see. This really helps our clinicians in training save time by getting quick summary of a disease or condition and recommendations on treatment based on the most current evidence. With our clear, concise, and bulleted format, often clinicians have under 2 minutes to get answers to their clinical questions, and they don't have time to read a textbook format like our competitor offers. So this is something our clinicians really value. We have an awesome alerting feature. This is something clinicians love because they can get updates automatically pushed out to them for any topics or specialties they're following, which can be a huge time saver for our busy clinicians and clinicians in training. We offer free CME and maintenance of certification. This is something that can be costly if clinicians have to pay for these on their own. So to have a resource that offers this at no additional charge to them is a huge bonus and one faculty can get a lot of use out of. We've got our mobile app. Clinicians in training can get the answers to their questions whenever they want, wherever they want, with the various access options offered. And this is a standard feature. We don't charge extra for this. Whoop, sorry. Summary, sorry. We also have our graphics and images. This helps ensure answers to diagnostic questions with visual prompts and helps our clinicians in training gain confidence. And we also offer single sign-on. So as simple as this slide is, it represents our approach to content and how we differ from our competitors that weigh heavier on one side. Now at DynaMed, we're also incorporating more clinical expertise that help provide guidance when evidence may be weak, as well as when it's extensive, to help in the digestion with training or at the point of care. Now, at the heart of what we do here, we're a very transparent company. And I'll show you where you can actually find this information right on our website when we go into the demo. But our multidisciplinary team of editors, they're monitoring evidence daily via systematic literature surveillance process. And with our strict evidence-based methodology, this is really the foundation of what we do and what sets us apart from the competition. We're monitoring over 3,500 content sources from journals and guideline organizations, Medline, JAMA, Cochrane, BMJ, national and international guidelines. And in monitoring this daily, when new evidence comes out on a particular topic or specialty, it's put through this 7-step process, which begins and ends with a clinical expert in that area. And it's determined to be clinical, valid, and relevant. Because of this, our content's objective, evidence-based, and the most current on the market. Also, it's important to note, EBSCO, we're not a publisher, we're an aggregator of content, which is what makes us objective and truly evidence-based. We're not referencing our content because we don't have any content, unlike our competitors. These are just a few of the great partnerships with leading institutions and associations that help in the development and maintenance of our content. I mentioned our transparency. When we go through the demo, you'll see that we always provide the last update, not a review date, but an update. Something's changing within a topic. Where that update came from, when the update happened, and our level of evidence and strength of the recommendation. So we use the grade system for recommendations based on strong and weak, and a proprietary system for evaluating the strength of evidence, so high, moderate, or low or lacking clinical outcomes. Here you'll see we have got our strong and weak recommendations, and you can click on those links and it'll provide the levels of evidence and guidelines behind the recommendation. Here you see mid-level evidence. This is highlighting our partnership. So you see we've got our ACP partnership over here. We've got images within the topic. And then for those of you, those institutions that are subscribing to Micromedics, you can actually link right out to Micromedics through DynaMed. And you see here, we offer the hyperlink. And what happens is it'll take you right into your Micromedics solution. We offer an interaction checker. So here you can see we're going to do 2 drug interactions. And if an interaction is present, we'll tell you the severity. You see here that you can easily adjust the interaction type. So drug, drug, food, drug, lab, drug, tobacco. We're all about a personalized experience. So when users sign into DynaMed, they can get the information that matters most to them right on their homepage. So you can see here, let's say CME tracker. For those clinicians in training that are close to the end of their training and are doing their rotations, or for faculty, we've got that CME tracker that acts as a ticker. You can dive right into your recently viewed topics. This is something that's huge and something that, again, clinicians and our clinicians in training love, because they're busy, so they don't always have time to maybe go back and read the evidence. So it's important that we have this, that they can go and look up information on a particular topic, later in the day. We also have an access of running lists, running list of follow topics. And you'll always see the recent updates on the home screen. You'll see them for both. It'll default to any topics that you're following, but you can also see all the updates in the product. Here's the CME. You earn CME every time you use DynaMed, and I can show you how, say, faculty, you can change it to AANP or AMA format. We have a mobile app with this resource, so you can download it for Apple and Android. And here's just a screenshot of our responsive design. So the layout of our content really allows for a great experience on smaller devices, and we get a lot of great feedback on it on our app as it relates to similar apps. Now I'm going to try to seamlessly go to my other screen here. Bear with me. Okay, if hopefully you can all see my homepage of DynaMed. If you can't, anybody shout out at me. Here is our homepage of DynaMed. So I'm already signed into my account here, but you would go ahead and just sign right into your personal user account. You can see that I've got my CME tracker, and I want you to notice that we're on 47 right now. As I continue to do some searches for you, that will go up. So from our home page here, make this a little smaller so we can see. From our home page here, I can see my recent alerts for my followed topics and the type of evidence behind it. So this is evidence, this is a guideline summary. This is just recent alerts for my followed topics, but if I click over to all topics, you'll see that we have a bunch, and this is updated April 23rd. So you can see we already have updates for today. Again, here's my recently viewed topics and anything I'm following. Now, let's go ahead and do a quick search. So you're going to see within your search overviews and recommendations. Again, this is really the heart of what we do. So we like clear, bulleted, concise format. So you can scroll through here, and I actually just looked at this earlier, so I might not get the CME because I just looked at it. But you're going to see here that as we scroll through, you've got your evaluation, got your management. This is offering me a breadcrumb trail. Now we're seeing that, okay, our management, here's statins. This is a weak recommendation. But if I go into monitoring, here's a strong recommendation. I can always click on these recommendations, and I'm going to come down to our recommendation grading system. I can read through it and see how we view our products, how we grade our products and the product, and go into the background behind that. I also want to show you real quick, when we talk about our ratings here and our evidence-based process, this is all information that you can get right online. It'll take you through our evidence-based process, editorial processes here, and our content sources. You can actually download and look at the full content sources. So let's do another search. You're going to see here that we've got all our authors, our editors right on the side here, editors on the side. Any images. I'm going to go right to the image tab here. Any of these images, you can actually go ahead, if you're purchasing this product, you can go ahead and save it, and you can repurpose it and use it in educational trainings. Within the topic, again, on our editors, you're going to see their affiliations, and we also have a strict conflict of interest policy. So our editors, they work for DynaMed, unlike our competitor who may be contributing to, say, pharmaceutical companies. We have a strict rule against that. So again, I'm going to scroll through the topic here. I'm going to have my little breadcrumb trail. I see strong recommendations. I can go ahead and click on any of these hyperlinks if I need more information. And as I'm going through the product, I'm going to see here as well. I go through, I can also link out to more evidence. For those that are purchasing Medline, Medline full text, Medline complete, you'll also have links here to full text. And I can link right out to the full text. Within DynaMed, you're able to follow a complete specialty. So let's say I have an interest in cardiology. I can go ahead and follow that specialty. And this basically represents that you can opt in to receive all email alerts, only potentially practice changing email alerts, or no email. I just want to see the alerts on my homepage of DynaMed. So I can go ahead and follow that. But what you can also do is you can follow an exact topic as well. So if I want to go into congenital heart disease and I'm interested in more adults, I can go into the exact topic and I can go ahead and follow it on this right-hand navigation. Also on this right-hand navigation, you're going to see that you have the option to print. You can print by section. I can go ahead and cite this, so we can easily cite the topic. And I can go ahead and email that. Let's say I wanted to email that to somebody else that's, if I'm doing a project or, your faculty and you want your clinician in training to look at a particular topic, you can go ahead and email that out. So within the left-hand navigation here, you can click on any part of the topic that you're interested in. We also have patient information. So this is from Stanford Children's Health. That is a patient handout, and references. Of course, our references are always at the end of every topic. And again, here you see you can link out to full text. When I search, I have two ways to do a search. I can go directly to a topic, or I can search like topics. So let's just say I do a general search for diabetes. Well, I see that we've got over 2,100, choices that I could link out to or that I could look up the topic for. But I can also go see all the images associated with this. So let's say diabetes here over on this right-hand navigation. Let's say I know exactly where I want to go within that topic. I can choose to do so here, but I'm actually just going to go into the whole topic. So again, our overviews and background are clear, concise, bulleted format. We know that, again, time is precious. So our clinicians in training need to get to the important information they need as quickly as possible. They do not have time to read a textbook. We got our strong recommendations. Again, I can use my left-hand navigation to see whatever information I'm interested in. We have this handy little find on page. So let's say you wanted to find something specific in here, whether it be, a study done. That's this has 98, but let's say you want to find something specific. You can go through and scroll through. It acts as sort of like a Control F. We also have this great feedback button. Our feedback button, let's say our clinicians in training or faculty, they have a question maybe about something that's within the topic, or they have a comment about something. They can go ahead and enter a comment, put in their email, put in their message, and that'll go directly to our editors, and our editors will get back to them within 48 to 72 hours directly to the person that has the inquiry. I can scroll right up to the top. And again, keep doing, depending on what I'm looking for in that day, use the product to search my diseases and conditions. You can also go, we have our drug checker, drug A to Z. So you can go in and look up information on a particular drug. Or if I want to look up something on, let's say, Here we go. Here we go. You can look up the information on the drug information, dosing, medication safety, patient education, about. For those folks that are purchasing drug decks for IBM Micromedics, you can go ahead and click on this hyperlink here and link right out to your Micromedics solution seamlessly. I also asked you to watch my little CME up in the upper right-hand side. If I go ahead and click on that, here is what I have a 49 currently in this account right here. I can go ahead and click off what I want to submit for CME. And over on this little circle over here, this little settings, you can go ahead and choose what type of certification you're looking for. So for our nurse practitioners here, they could choose AANP. You can save that and close that. We can also search in other languages. So we have about 16 other languages in here. So you can go ahead and search in your native language, and then your results will come up in English. We've got our calculator tab. So if you wanted to look up decision trees or equations on anything, you know, BMI or anything, you can go ahead and look those up. These will also come up right within the topic if a calculator is needed. Does anybody have any questions?
I haven't seen any questions come into the Q&A module or the chat, but attendees should feel free to put questions there or raise your hand or somehow otherwise let us know that you want to ask a question. But I haven't seen any yet, Trinity.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for monitoring that. So again, our recently viewed, this is really important, especially for those, again, let's say you don't have time to look at that evidence while you're with a patient or while you're doing your rotation, but I can easily go back into my recently viewed and look up the evidence behind you know, behind our recommendations, look up the evidence that we're giving you here and for more education. And that is about all I have for you all today. So again, if anybody has any questions or if you need to bring other people into another demo, I am happy to do other demos for you know, individual sites as well. I'm going to pass it back over to you, Jeff.
Well, thank you again, Trinity, for joining us today and showing us the product. I think it's a great resource. And I don't have to tell you that there are a lot of nursing programs and kind of medical and allied health professional programs in Wisconsin, and that is a growth area. So I see a message popping into chat from Jay Hess, who is our sales rep here for Wisconsin and for WiLS members. So please do feel free to reach out to Jay or reach out to me for any kind of trial or salesy kind of information. And if you have any further questions that you'd like for me to relay to them or to Trinity, we can do that. Ooh, I do see something has come into chat. It says, do you have a train the trainer option? Is that something that you can answer, Trinity?
That's a great question. So, you know what we do have, which which I actually love. So we definitely can. We have like Cindy Slater's our medical trainer, so we can absolutely do something like that for you. And we also have our EBSCO Connect site, and this actually has really great. Oh, I'm not even sharing. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I told you. Hold on 1 second. Let me go ahead and share this screen real quick. I gotta find the screen though again, of course. Here we go. Okay, Jeff, can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, Thank you. So we have our EBSCO Connect site. So now what we are doing is, if I go to learning here, we have our EBSCO Academy. So this is a great resource that we have that for train the trainer, that so that they can train other people. We've got great resources. You can watch videos, discover paths, find instructor-led courses, and we have DynaMed information right within our EBSCO Academy. And they're great because they're self-paced too, so you can watch them on your own time.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I see something came into the QA module, but I think it's the same question. Two
Oh,
different folks from the same library who had the same question. So
oh,
that's
fabulous.
great. 2 for 1 there.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I love a good twofer. So yes, we can definitely help you with that. And again, we have a dedicated medical trainer that if you are all to purchase, we can also do training that way. So
Great. Fantastic. All right. Well, I guess I will just say again, thank you for coming, and please, attendees, do reach out to me, reach out to Jay or Dan, all of these people, if you have additional questions. And if you have other questions for Trinity, we can certainly relay, maybe we could relay those to you if they come in
absolutely. Yes,
on the
please.
recording that's happening now. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. And if anybody has anything else they want to ask or add, please do so. Otherwise, we'll wrap up for the day.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you all so
All right.
much for being with me today. And again, Jeff, thank you for letting us present DynaMed. We really appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. So this is being recorded on Friday. So I'll say happy weekend to everyone who's here live. And if you're watching this on a Monday, sorry, it's Monday. Anyway, take care, everyone, and have a really good weekend.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye all.
Bye.